Where are my glasses? You need to lay down. I know better than to start anything because you have to stand there and stare at me. Hi there. It's Mel at the Cockeyed Cottage. It is such a nasty day. Today is the day of the rain, the sleet, the snow. It is Storm Octavia time. And it is terrible outside. So, I am warming myself. My wood stove is going like mad. And I'm crocheting. And I'm just amusing myself. Let's face it. That's what I'm doing. Because I cannot go outside and do anything. So I figured what I would do is I would go and make myself some tea, and we will have tea time. Hello, I'm back. Oh. When I need a hug and my animals are much too busy for me, I make myself some hot tea with honey. I'm going to tell you something, that is like getting a hug from a warm cup. That is so wonderful. But it's time for tea time. Since the last tea time, I made porch shelves. I haven't put any more in. It's been yucky out. So, I'm sorry, my nose is running like mad. So, but I am going to put more in. I like them at that level. I might drop the top shelf down on the next one and then go back up on the next one, stagger them. For smaller plants that are going to be on the bottom, you know how that works. Anyway, so I am going to have more porch shelves. I have not redone the screen on the rest of that back part. It's just been too yucky. It's freezing and I'm not doing it. I'm waiting for warm weather. As soon as it warms up, I have to do it because I live on my porch in spring, summer. Forget it. I prepared my greenhouse. I got all sorts of stuff done. I got that shelf in there. I got it cleaned up. It looks so much better than my house. I mean, and it's staying neat and tidy, which is absolutely amazing. But I've got lots of pots and stuff like that I'm going to be putting on the porch when I get the rest of the shelves in. You know how this goes exponential on me. But I'll be doing that, and yeah, then I'll have even more room and more grow space for stuff that I need to get growing pretty soon. I mean, it's the end of February. I'm going to wait until March to do anything else, but that's coming up. I cleaned up my backyard from all of that. What a mess. I mean, it was, my yard was a wreck. And somebody asked me what I was going to do with that stove that's in the back. That was my stove that didn't work, and I got a different one. I was going to say new. It's new to me, but, and that's, that was back last year, like almost a year ago. I had to replace the stove. So, because mice and rats had built homes in it, and gross. So, yeah, I got that's outside. But anyway, somebody asked me what I was going to do with it. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to see if I can't use part of it as a sun oven. How about that? That would be cool. And it's in pretty much the right space because the sun in summer is going to be coming in that general direction. Anyway, it'll be out there. So I'll have that. I thought about putting stairs in, doing another door on the other side of my porch, my back porch, so I can go in and out on that side of the porch. One more thing. The cat is jumping all over the bed. Okay, now. Now, I readied for cold and did some repairs. Little did I know that February was going to be worse. You know, it's funny, this year, well, this season, I should say, November had some of the worst cold weather. I mean, it was freezing, freezing cold. And I about froze to death before I got that stove. It was terrible. And then December and January, and you know, it was cold, but not too terribly bad. You had a couple of snaps here and there. And then February comes, and we're having Storm Octavia. What? I'm hoping this is the end of it. Later this week is like Thursday and Friday, Wednesday night, Thursday and Friday. It's going to be so cold that tomorrow I have to go and get an extension cord so I can put a heat lamp in the chicken coop. And every night, pull the chickens off my porch, put them in the bloody coop, and yeah, this is a mess. So, yeah. Now I've got cats jumping on my shelves that I built. How nice. Let's see. Building a pallet woodshed. The boy that I get my my wood from, because I can't cut mine down and use it. It would be too new, so I've had to buy wood. Well, the boy that I get it from, Dervish, please don't. Oh, animals. Anyway, he had, okay, it goes into a further story. He had to deliver the wood one time. Usually I go and I get it, no big deal. Well, he had his grandfather come bring it to me. So he and his grandfather brought it to me. I chatted with the grandfather while he put like a bunch of it on my porch and then put the rest of it in my woodshed. He says, you know, I really like that woodshed you did. That's really good. I said, well, thank you very much. He's such a nice kid. He really is. So I always get my wood from him because I think he's very sweet. Now, the garden fence. Well, you knew that was going to go into extra innings too, huh? Would you stop? I know it's snowing and sleeting and raining and she's having a fit. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you knew it was going to go into extra innings. The chickens have found a way to get into my garden, which is okay right now. It won't be later. So I've put up a little bit more fence, which I've thought about putting up a couple of pieces of fence on my porch to keep them off my railing. God, those birds are more trouble than they're worth. And then I'm thinking, oh, you know, they tell me wintertime, they slow down their production of eggs and all this. Please, I have 4 hens. I get 4 eggs, 3 to 4 eggs every single day. Which reminds me, I am going to be going to, it's in Cumming, Georgia. It's a free class. All I have to do is get there for egg candling. And after I get the certificate, I get to sell my eggs anywhere I want. So I can go to like, I was going to say a flea market. Well, I can do it at a flea market too. Flea market, and there's one in Clarksville, which isn't very far from me. So I can sell my eggs there. And I'm going to find out, because I understand in order to sell live plants, well, you know, like vegetable type things, and to sell veg, you have to get another certificate for that. I mean, are we governmented to death or what? This is really getting silly. Anyway, so I'm going to find out about that and get that handled so I can just sell everything that I've got. Well, I mean, you know, everything that's extra. Okay. So, yeah, okay. I put in that other garden. It's going to be, you know, at least a year. But, and I haven't checked it for, you know, well, I haven't checked it for the soil or anything because it's too soon and it's too cold. I'm not digging around out there in this freezy freeze. So, I'm I'm leaving it sit and do its thing. But occasionally the chickens go over there and, scratch about and poop in it. Good birds. That's when they're not such a problem. But yeah, it's, I'm hoping for the best. And I've got to take some trees out. And I think the kid that does my wood, he's trying to get more work. And he said he'd do my gutters for $20. Well, unfortunately, I'd have to have him here like 2-3 times a year, and I can't afford it. But I don't have a ladder. Well, I could borrow another one, but I have to have a tall ladder, and I can't afford it. Holy crap! You know how expensive they are? I'm gonna build one. That ought to scare the crap out of everybody. I'm gonna build me one. That's okay. We'll figure it out. That way I can just go up and down and get it done and have my gutters clean. But he also said that he'd be willing to come over for, whatever, however much, and help me get my trees down. I need to start lifting dumbbells to make my arms stronger. I thought I was pretty strong. But I can't start my chainsaw. I have dropped it. I've done everything I can think of. I just cannot get the momentum to pull the cord. That upsets me. And I'm gotten one. Well, a lot of folks who are my age, they can't stoop down and stand back up. I can do that. And I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of it as we go along. But I can. My legs are very nice and strong. They're very happy. And if I have to really push something, that's what I use. I use my legs. So I need to, I got to work on my arms now. So I'm going to be lifting dumbbells and feeling like a dumbbell and getting my arms stronger so that I can pull the poopy cord so I can start my chainsaw and cut down some trees. This is ridiculous. I wish I could just shoot them down with my shotgun. That'd be much more fun. Okay, so that garden is, I'm waiting for that. Planting in January. You know what? I don't think that worked. You know me, I'm willing to try anything. And I think maybe the seeds are dormant. I'm hoping so in this weather. Unless, of course, chickens got them. I'm going to be doing it normally. I just wanted to take a few seeds and try it out. But they're not even doing well in my greenhouse. Nothing. Everything's just sitting there. And I planted I have a little pot, and I planted some rosemary. That never came up. I don't know. I'm doing it wrong, I guess. Well, that's okay. I'll figure it out. Let's see. I built those seed flats. They're ready. Well, I didn't fill them up. I have 2 of them in there, and they take up that whole new bench, that second level that I put up. 2 of them take up that whole bench, the level. Anyway, so I can build 2 more and put them below it and do all that stuff. But I've also got pots, and I have a little of everything going on. But I'm going to be, if this weather would ever change. March is looking pretty good. Cool, but not as cool. It's going to be warming up, and I'm looking forward to it. And I want to really start working on the greenhouse and, to warm it up, and in case we have some cool nights or whatever, I want to get it warmed up. So I'm looking for the best way to warm up my little greenhouse. What is it, 8 by 8? Come on, it's not that big, but I need very cheap ways and rather, really cheap ways, but safe so I don't burn it down. That That would be my next one. That would be rude, yes. I made an incubator, and I trashed it. I didn't like it. I didn't like trying to figure, fooling around with the temperature, blah, 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 blah. So I found a new way. And as soon as I find that channel again so that I can give her a shout out, I can't show you. I'll find it. I might be able to find it today or tomorrow. Because she had the perfect way. No fuss, no muss, no fiddling, no lights shining, and none of that. It's the perfect way. I don't think this batch of eggs will do well. But that's me. That's my fault. But as soon as the weather flips over again next week or two, I'll probably start a new batch of eggs. But I'm gonna see if anything hatches out of this group. I'll take it. But if not, I'll just start another batch of eggs so I can have more hens. Like I need more eggs, right? Well, I figure if I'm going to sell them at the farmer's market, that'll work. And that's the story I'm sticking to, too. I just want to see if it works. Come on. I got to try it out. I did my bedroom shelves. I love them. Of course, I haven't pulled all my yarn out, which I have to do. But yeah, I mean, you can make your shelves any size you want. You can do anything you want. I mean, it's so simple and easy. And if you find that your cats, like me, are jumping on them and, bending it, you can do like another 1x2 across the front, and it gives it support. Or you can do like a 1x3, a 1x4, and put it all across the front, and it will strengthen it and stuff. I just have to keep my cats off of it, which I don't see happening, but I'm going to try. So I still have to pull out all my yarn and get all of that done. And I still haven't done my shotgun hangy thingy. That's coming. And I made a table saw. I love that thing. It has opened up so much that I can do now. I mean, it's just tripled my ability to do stuff. If I had had that when I was working on that coop, it wouldn't have taken me maybe a day and a half to finish it. And as it was, it took like 4 or 5 days. Man, that was a big job. But yeah, that would have been fantastic to have. I'm really excited about this table saw. But I have to wear safety glasses with it because it throws up sawdust like crazy. You can imagine. I think I probably have to change out my my blade. It's ancient. I mean, it's been in there a long time. I want to thank a bunch of people. Susan, I love that timer. My timer melted. Yeah. She sent me another one, and it's a little teapot. It's a little tea kettle, little metal tea kettle. It is so cute. But I have an egg timer again. Yay! So thank you, Susan. April sent me a chicken water warmer heater thingy. Auntie April is loved by chickens. Oh my heavens, it's so wonderful. They just love it. I can't say her name, but Kay, thank you very much. Pam, thank you. And Brian from England, thank you for all the sites that you sent and the magazines that you suggested and all of your encouragement. And anybody else that I forgot, I'm sorry. I lost track of everything because of these storms and all this crazy stuff. I'm going to do a better job of keeping track of what everybody is doing and stuff. I could not have done what I've done without your help. I couldn't. There's no way. Okay, are you ready for some wacko stuff? Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rabbits. Another one of these goofy ideas. Oh, excuse me. Only I don't want regular rabbits. Boy, it is cold out. I don't want regular rabbits. What I'm looking for are the French Angora. And I don't even know where to get any of this stuff. If anybody knows where I can get French Angora or to set up a Pony Express, I'll buy them and we'll get them to me somehow or another. I don't know. But yeah, I want the French Angora. And the reason I want the French Angora is because they do triple duty. I can sell them for pets, Easter and whatnot. So I can sell them for pets, and they're big, fluffy, woolly things. So all you have to do is like comb out their fur, and you get wool that you can spin into a yarn, all sorts of stuff. So not only can I sell the raw wool, I can sell yarn, and I can sell garments that I make with the yarn. Isn't that cool? Plus you can eat them. They're big enough. They have nice big legs and all that. So yeah, there's a triple duty animal, and I like that. I still have to get a ton more pallets before I can get pigs. There is no way. I can't afford like a solar unit to send the electric through to keep them in. The only way I can figure is to do the pallets, and I can use stakes, like pounding in the ground stakes to hold them up, and use another pallet like you set them up here like this, and then you put a pallet in between every 2 or 3 pallets, and that holds it up. So, and they're very, pallets, they're very strong, and it'll keep pigs in. And I thought about getting, if I do get pigs, I want to get 2 or 3, and that way I've got one, and when it's butchered, it'll be in my freezer, and the other 2 I can sell for, per pound. So that would be really cool. And I'm making good things, and I've been watching this guy Mikey. He's on the Crochet Crowd. I'll try to remember to put all this down in the description box. He does mystery projects. Well, this is a mystery Afghan, and it started on February 10th. And I'm going along with the mystery. I just think it's so much fun to do that kind of stuff. That is just so much. I have no idea what I'm making other than it's just like an Afghan. And he says he's never seen anything like it, and he says it's really cool, and do it. So I'm going to do it and see what it becomes. That's kind of cool. So if you're interested in doing that, it's the Crochet Crowd. His name is Mikey, and it just started February 10th, so you haven't really missed anything. So yeah, I can't wait. I love doing this kind of stuff, so I can't wait till Tuesday to get started on the next batch. Until then, I'm doing my whatever it is. I use the I always heard of it as the Afghan stitch, but I'm old. They are now calling it the Tunisian stitch. They've always got to come up with something new. But yeah, so this is only one panel. I'll have, I think, 3 or 4 panels, and I'll be cross-stitching stuff in it. That'll be so cute. So I'm doing that, and I'm reading like mad, and I'm drinking my tea, and I'm thinking up things to do when the weather gets better. and having fun. And I'm looking forward to spring. I am still dreaming of spring. Oh, that is so wonderful. Well, I guess that's it. It's been fun. I love tea time. I don't know why. I just love going back over the stuff. I feel like, after about a month, you go, ugh, what have I accomplished? And then you think, wow. You go back over and it's like, okay, I've done a lot. It makes you feel good about it. Anyway, I got to get on with stuff, and I know you do too. This has been Mel with the Cockeyed Cottage. Y'all have a blessed day.